Hey, it's your favorite remote work enthusiast, Delilah. I hope you guys are having a marvelous Monday, and I am back with another hot work from home opportunity. And this lead is amazing for so many reasons. So, yes, they're going to hook you up with all of the necessary equipment. No equipment, no problem. And then, yes, if you don't have any experience, you can be eligible for this role. So, no experience, no problem. And then on top of that, paid training, paid time off. Okay, you get benefits, which you just don't really get all of those things in one job, but this job you do. So I'm excited. I'm going to get into all of the details ASAP. But first, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of these hot work from home opportunities. And on that note, we are ready to jump in. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm looking at a company called Transcom, and I'm at their homepage. And if this company's name is ringing a bell, like heard of them, or you just feel like you have, it's because I've talked about them on my channel multiple times. I actually went back to my channel and did a little search, and this was like one of the first companies that I shared years ago. And I also shared them last year. So it's actually been almost a year and a half since I've made my way back to Transcom. And that just goes to show how many companies I share every single weekday. There are so many of them out there that I sometimes forget about myself when y'all ask me about them. And this is one of those companies, okay? So going into the lead, they have a customer service advisor and technical support advisor position, and you would be working with mobile devices and services. And this opportunity is going to be available for the people in the following states. So you might want to pause this or just open up the lead with the link in the description box to confirm that your state is listed. So they have a lot of states, but not all states. And if this is your first time watching, it's very important that your state is eligible for a job before you even go, through the process of applying, because not every company can hire everywhere. And then they are so kind to tell us that they are going to provide an all-in-one computer, monitor, and headset. And the computer contains a built-in webcam that is required to be used for training and meetings. So every company has meetings, and of course there's continued training and whatnot, and you got to get on camera, and that's what that's for. So they're going to hook you up with everything you need. Now, as far as the pay goes, they do tell us that $16 is the starting pay, and that made my antennas go up. And I said, well, if that's the starting pay, well, what are most people actually getting paid? And when I went to the Glassdoor account for this company, I saw several different pays, and the one that is this position, it says $38,285 per year, which is about $19 per hour. And then per day, that's $152 per day. So if we know a company can pay us more, let's get paid the most, okay? And that's what we want to aim for. But at least the least you could get paid is 16. And again, going back to the same company, and I shared them in years past, they've increased their pay. They used to pay $12 to $13 per hour. So I'm really happy to see that they're paying people more. So jumping on in here, it says, do you love helping people and sharing your knowledge? Do you want to grow your career with a company that rewards your hard work? Do you want to improve your work-life balance and work from the comfort of home? Join our Transcom family as a work-at-home customer service agent. In this full-time employee role, you'll support our clients' customers with their questions related to billing and account maintenance. Customers may have questions about services on their account, need help enrolling in or canceling a service, or disputing a charge. $16 starting pay, plus performance-based incentives each month, earning potential. Pay increases with continuous learning and advancement to new tiers of support. benefits, medical, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation time, computer equipment provided, 100% remote work at home, great work-life balance while developing your career. We've got an exciting career opportunity for you if you can effortlessly engage with callers, actively listen, analyze their need and provide solutions, comfortably navigate multiple applications to research solutions, multitask in systems while patiently providing step-by-step instructions, calmly provide conflict resolution and navigate frustrated customer situations, work independently with discipline and motivation to succeed in a virtual environment, work in a highly structured environment with strict adherence to your assigned full-time schedule, taking high volume inbound calls from customers, work at a desk wearing a wired headset while talking to customers in a high volume, fast-paced, and sometimes stressful environment. What's in it for you? Position as a Transcom employee, not an independent contractor. Computer for this role is provided by Transcom. Paid vacation, health benefits for you and your family, 401k investment options with employer match opportunities, 100% work at home, including training, employee assistance program, ability to develop your skills and grow your career, an opportunity to work for a company passionate about people. Requirements: at least 18 years or older, high school diploma or equivalent, able to successfully pass a criminal background check, able to work a full-time work week of 32 to 40 hours with overtime opportunities as needed, able to maintain 100% strict adherence to the assigned schedule, able to work a variety of shifts including evenings, weekends, and holidays, able to work full-time hours with reliable attendance as outlined in the assigned schedule, strong computer knowledge including ability to accurately type at least 40 words per minute, excellent English written and verbal communication skills, courteous and friendly with high level of professionalism, willingness to follow procedures and adhere to policies, able to multitask applications while talking to customers on the phone, able to thrive in a fast-paced work environment, able to actively listen to customer needs and demonstrate empathy, ability to work in an environment where you must sit, reach, communicate verbally and electronically, type, read, multitask, and concentrate in a prolonged setting, previous call center and or work from home experience preferred. And we know what the preferred word means. It means it would be nice, but you don't have to have it. So this is a no experience friendly job. And of course, you must live in one of these states to be eligible. So just make sure your state is listed. And then we talked about the equipment that they're going to provide you. What you need to have is an Ethernet connection, which is a hardwired connection. So no Wi-Fi. You have to have that. It's usually yellow, a cord plugged into your computer that's also plugged into like the modem or the router, whatever it is called. And that way you get a secure, stable connection. And it also says you must have a secure, quiet, distraction-free work environment without any conflicting responsibilities during your scheduled work shift. Conflicting responsibilities may include caring for a family member. Your home office must have a DSL, fiber, or cable internet that is hardwired into a modem router via Ethernet. We just talked about that. So no dial-up, no wireless, no mobile hotspot, no satellite internet service can be used. And then they talk about how fast your internet needs to be. And then they just talk about the company there. So this company is international. They are located in 25 other countries. And if you were to go to, let's go back to their homepage and up here at careers, if you click on that, you can actually select the country from this drop down. They do have Canada. I do want to point that out because a lot of y'all have been like, hey, what about Canada? They offer work from home in Canada as well. So I'll leave the direct link for the Canadian version of this lead below. But then they also hire in other countries here. So I'm just scrolling through so you can see the Philippines. They have a location. I get asked about the Philippines often, and that's where they hire. So check them out if you're in any other country. And, you know, I need to get up on my soapbox, y'all. Okay, so I do want to point out a few things about this lead. So they mention a quiet, secure, distraction-free work environment. You'll see just about every lead mention this. And if they don't mention it, it is implied. You can't have other stuff going on. And this goes for jobs that involve a phone and don't involve a phone. So don't think just because you're someone who can't keep your noise down that you can bypass that requirement by getting a non-phone job. job, you still have to be able to concentrate. You'll still have meetings and things of that nature, and you're going to have a controllable environment. Also, another thing I want to point out, they list all of these things that they need you to be able to do, but again, it's no experience friendly. So this is a really easy to get started with company. I have heard from people who've gotten hired by this company that they enjoy it. It was a fairly simple process. So that's just what I've heard. Okay. I can't tell you this for certain because I haven't worked for them, but that's just what I've heard from feedback from subscribers. Another thing that I want to point out is they mentioned this is not an independent contractor role. That's a really big deal. And if you caught me on my soapbox last week, I was talking about how you may not like being on a phone, but I share these phone jobs because there are still plenty of folks interested in independent contractor phone positions, and they're not getting benefits. They're not getting equipment sent to them. They're not even getting paid training. In fact, they're paying to do the opportunity. So I share these leads that maybe aren't for everybody. They're not your desired role. But if you are someone who has done phone-based work all your life and you're trying to transition to working from home, you may not want to hear this. I told y'all this last week as a tip. You might want to get a job that is from home, that requires you to be on a phone. It'll be easier for you since you have direct experience. And then once you have work from home experience under your belt and on your resume, it's easier to transition from a phone-based role to a non-phone based role. So I told you a couple of things in that spiel, but you do want to make sure that you're doing yourself justice and getting hired and making money sooner rather than later. And you can, definitely get hired for things that you have direct experience in a lot more easily than trying to go into a totally different industry and a totally different work environment right out the gate. So that's my 2 cents. That's my soapbox. It wasn't long today. And so last but certainly not least, I have some freebies for y'all. The first freebie that I will point you to is my free 40-minute workshop. This is called the Ready to Work from Home workshop, and the name says it all. This is for folks who are ready to get hired. You are ready to start collecting checks from your house. This is all about what you need to know. So I talk about resumes, I talk about job scams, I talk about home office equipment and setup. I talk about really practical, actionable things in this workshop. So it's 40 minutes of just all fact. Okay, you want something to take notes with, and I'm really directing this to the people who you either don't know what you're supposed to do in your online job search, or maybe you've already been looking and you're not sure you're doing the right thing. So you're going to get a lot of clarity. A lot of questions that you feel like you need to ask me are answered in this workshop. So make sure you take 40 minutes to watch it. You'll be very glad that you did. Don't skip out on it. Okay, watch the full 40 minutes and you'll be glad. And then after you have watched that, head over to my website, remoteworklife.co. I have something called the mega list of jobs. And on this list, you'll find 446 companies that will hire you to work from home. So you can scroll through this list. You can, say, I want to see 100 companies at a time. And you can just scroll down, you can even search it for some keywords. Maybe you're into healthcare. Maybe you are into tech. Maybe you're into sales. Whatever your fancy is, you can search and you can find some companies. So those are the 2 freebies I'm going to highlight today. And of course, make sure you get your application in ASAP. The apply now button is at the bottom. And I will also include in the description box the lead for Canada. It's the same thing. You just want to make sure that you apply to the one for your country. And on that note, thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been helpful, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.